All right, guys, I think we're going to see our first true test with the stock market since December. So with Taiwan having that earthquake there and with tsunami warnings now in Japan, I think this is a reason for the chip stocks to sell off. And that's because Taiwan Semiconductor had to evacuate their plant. And that's obviously going to affect chip production in the short run, which will affect NVIDIA. And remember, pretty much any chip company out there goes through Taiwan Semiconductor. Okay, so keep that in mind that we're going to see a sell-off with the SOX, the semiconductor index, most likely tomorrow. And you don't know how long it's going to last, but this is what's going to separate the men from the boys, the patient for the impatient. A lot of people say they're going long no matter what when their stock's going up continuously. And we've seen that, right, with stocks, especially AI stocks, tech stocks, since December. So this will be the true test of who really is a long-term investor and who is just a short-term trader who says they're a long-term investor, okay? And remember, if you want to build that life-changing wealth long-term, you're going to have to hold through so much turmoil, guys. You're going to have to hold through bad earnings reports with your company. You're going to have to handle recessions where your stock loses 50% of its value or more. That's why 99% of people cannot make it, okay? The funny thing is the ones that end up making it are the ones that got a stock tip from a friend, and they buy, they don't even care about stocks, they don't look at their account, and then one day they remember they have this account 20 years later, and then they look and the stock's up 100x, right? Those are honestly the people who make it to see the life-changing wealth. It's crazy, okay? But that's why, get away from your account, okay? If you're trying to go long, the best thing you can do is just get away from it, guys, right? Dollar cost average once a month, once every couple months. Stick to your strategy and don't change it. No matter what is happening in the market, you continuously invest over time. And like I said, don't worry about the news, because when stocks are going down, remember, negative news follows that, right? When stocks are going down, negative news comes out. When stocks are going up, you see more positive news, okay? It's just a cycle, so you have to live with it. And this will just be a blip on the radar, right, over the long term, right? When you look at the chart, that's why it's good when you do pull up the chart of like the NASDAQ, for example, right, over history, right? Even the pandemic drop is just a little blip when you scale out, right, or when you zoom out. And that's what you got to remember, guys. Stocks in the long run go up. Yes, there's periods where they don't do anything or they go down for a while, and that's where people get, again, scared out of stocks. It happened to me too, guys, okay? I'm not perfect. I had Facebook at IPO and I sold it as a 10 bagger, okay? And I'll be kicking myself one day when that's a 100 bagger, okay? So that's what you have to realize, guys. When you are sitting on a stock at a great cost basis, a great company, right? And you're up 500%, 1,000%, okay? It's very tempting, right, of when to take profits, especially if you're looking at your account all the time. But if you really want to see insane wealth, eye-popping wealth, you got to hold super long. And that's where I said you can get those 100x gains, right? I mean, buying NVIDIA, right, when it was a small cap company, or Amazon, right? We know the stories out there, guys. So that's why these small cap AI stocks, I like them, because they have the potential to disrupt their respective industries, okay? And if one of them can do it, doesn't matter if you own 10 stocks, 9 of them go out of business, but you hit that gold mine with one and it goes up 100x, that's what makes you rich, guys.